Hello friends, Rubinaka here. There are estimates that 3 million NGOs are there in India, and if you calculate a ratio to NGOs to population, India's population is about 1.3 billion people, and if you calculate the ratio, it will be about 1:450 people, which means one NGO for every 453 citizens of India. That's pretty good. I do not know if these estimates are correct, and I do not know if all these 3 million registered NGOs are functioning today, but this is what the information out there on the web, and I just thought to throw it there before we go into the discussion about understanding NGOs. Now, coming to understanding NGOs, what do you think NGOs are, and what do you think they're supposed to should do? NGO stands for non-governmental organization. Non-governmental organization. What basically it means is this: it is to function like a government, but it is not a government. That's why it is called non-governmental organization. So the biggest difference between a governmental organization, non-governmental organization is this: government is chosen by the people. Non-governmental is voluntary. A person or group of people choose to do this work as a non-governmental organization. Now, the second aspect of it is whether it is a governmental organization or non-governmental organization, they ought to work for the living beings in this world, be it human beings, be it animals, plants, forests, whatever it is. Government is responsible for that, and NGOs also can work in that same areas. Third aspect of it is like how government is to be held responsible and accountable for their actions. Non-governmental organizations also ought to be held accountable for their actions. Now, having said all this, non-governmental organizations do receive financial assistance from the government in the form of ATG in India. What it means is anybody who gives you a donation, they can write off half of the donation amount to a cap limit that the government has set forth, which means they can lower their gross income to pay less taxes to the government. So NGOs are being supported by the government. However small it may be, there is government support if they are registered with Income Tax Department for the ATG exemption. If so, you ought to function not in perpetuity. You have to function with some sort of sunset limits, time limits, to show some complementary work that you have created impact in. What I mean is this: receiving this financial assistance, government doesn't want you to, or government doesn't expect you to go on doing this work with not showing any kind of impact, where the government could come in and make policy level interventions. Let me use very good example. If you have heard of Childline 1098, it is a non-governmental organization, and they received government's assistance to develop a product called Childline 1098. Childline 1098 is a product of Childline India Foundation. So after certain number of years of working on the field, they were able to develop data to show it to the government. and say, this is the impact that we were able to create, and this could be the future potential if there can be policy level intervention, and this can be supported by financial assistance. Government looked at it, they were very impressed, and guess what? Almost every corner of India is covered by the service called Childline 1098, which is, to a great extent, it is funded by the government, and part of it is also funded by the partnering NGOs in the local communities. One other example is Ambulance Service 108. It belongs to Satyam Computers. They introduced using their own resources, and they developed data. They took it to the government and showed them how big of an impact this is able to create and how future can be impacted. So the government looked at the data and they were very impressed, and they took it upon by themselves. Today 108 service is totally funded by the state governments. Likewise, every government that gives you tax exemption privilege expects you to work in the area of your domain expertise to come up with some kind of an impactful activities, and then bring it to them so that they can make a policy level intervention with a financial backing. That is what NGOs are supposed to do. I hope this information was of some help to you. If it did, give me a like, share it, comment on it, and most importantly, don't forget to send me your questions. Till we meet again, goodbye.